Jay-Z is now being called out as a predator in addition to being Beyoncé's spouse. Yes, you heard that correctly. Foxy Brown, who was underage at the time, and Jay-Z allegedly had an intimate relationship, according to some bombshell information that was recently made public. And according to accounts, Foxy endured pain from Gunner during their lewd connection. Those are some serious claims, but hold on, people. Let us explain everything to you, because we have the tea to spill today. But of course, before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's jump in.
At what age was Foxy Brown signed?
Don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say.
Just asking.
What do you mean by that question?
I was just asking.
What do you insinuate?
Foxy Brown was with Jay-Z when she was 15 and he was 27.
It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask her.
Foxy, she's a baby, but she listens to me, you know.
Ronnie Bo is a co-detainee of R. Kelly while he was completing his sentence, and it's not hard to believe that the two had some unusual chats. Kelly feels that the industry speculations are more damaging than the actual events surrounding Aaliyah, the princess of R&B herself. He claimed that the media grabbed the story and exaggerated it to the point where its main objective was to demolish him and his career. In an interview, Ronnie detailed everything regarding the speculations surrounding R. Kelly and his alleged inappropriate relationship, and the alleged daughter he had, who appeared to be kept secret. He didn't confirm or deny the rumor, but his indirect response was just as shocking. Foxy Brown dated Jay-Z between the ages of 15 and 27. She claimed that he burned her well in order to save his friends. Although Ronnie gave us some important information, Ronnie was not finished. He argued for his friend's position in front of the media.
R. Kelly point was up in there like basically, man, y'all can't believe what y'all hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm obviously not what they try to make me out to be.
However, in our opinion, Kelly shot himself in the foot by dating a younger individual regardless of what else occurred. Nevertheless, it appears like Ronnie totally accepts Kelly's position, or perhaps the prison brotherhood is speaking. If you pause to think about it, it seems to make sense that people were aware of Kelly and Aaliyah's relationship. Unquestionably and justifiably, they were the power couple of the 1990s. Ronnie, though, has a different perspective. What can we expect from a person who is now serving time in prison for unconsented intimate interactions himself? Ron's open support for his pal, who is clearly a bad person, is pretty troubling. Ronnie's past aside, it is impossible to excuse an adult's behavior who is actively in control of the emotional and professional lives of teenage girls. If you think this is horrible, you must prepare yourself for the next half. In a subsequent interview with Juicy Talk TV, Ronnie asserted that Jay is the new hip-hop's culture future. Therefore, it is possible that Jay-Z was the driving force for Kelly's well-known bad reputation. Choose whatever appeals to you. Returning to our example, Nick Cannon recently interviewed Damon Dash and inquired about the age at which Foxy Brown was signed. "I wasn't paying attention to Foxy Brown," Cannon said in response. "I didn't sign Foxy Brown. Stop putting me in that. Don't beat around the bush. Say what you want to say." "What do you mean by that question? It seems like you got a question for Jay. Ask him." Well, when Cannon pressed him to give a clear answer, he exploded on the host.
Kenyatta.
Kenyatta.
No,
I'm just asking.
Why you bring that up? What happened with Foxy Brown? I don't know. What were you saying?
But as luck would have it, Damon did make a mistake while avoiding the question, effectively proving that Foxy and Jay-Z were having an intimate relationship. After the accusations were made, Foxy Brown addressed them and asserted that they were completely untrue. She said, "The atrociousness of this story sickened me to my stomach. Any and everyone involved will be contacted by my attorney. In all my years in the music industry, these are the most disgusting and disrespectful allegations I've ever experienced. This fictitious story, with no audio, visual, or written interview, clearly was concocted with malicious intent. I will not let any undercover hater create discord and disrespect my name and reputation. This disrespect will not be tolerated." Well, despite the fact that she spoke clearly and firmly, the charges are taken seriously by her admirers. They even posted the possibility that Foxy was coerced into saying this by dishonest means in an effort to defuse the situation. One fan said about all this chaos, "I call BS. If he is such a wonderful person to her, then why would you take so long to speak out against the rumors? She probably got threatened. Honestly, just because Jay-Z is a good rapper doesn't mean he hasn't done things wrong to people. Who knows? She might have been down to give it up to him when she was younger, but as an adult, she may have realized he was wrong if he took it, and it bothered her later on in life, my opinion." Not to add that there were some ridiculous stories spreading, one of which said that Foxy herself had fabricated them in order to expose Kelly for taking advantage of her innocence. I think he began to feel the pressure because people were saying, "My age," the age thing, 15, 14, and after a while that gets to a person. The Jay I know, the Sean I know, never comes out of character. So for that, and that's my point, that's where the tears came from earlier. Because people don't understand that it does affect people more than you think. The fact that he felt he needed to say that means that something struck something at some point. It was just like, enough. In spite of all the commotion, Ronnie is definitely progressing quickly. He explained that the parents of the suspected underage girls didn't care what went on behind the scenes since they were making big money off of them, regardless of what happened to the girls.
Yeah, even them other girls that they were saying underage, bro, like they parents was like, man, take her under your wings, you know what I'm saying?
That might be partially accurate. It is not unusual for such things to happen behind the scenes when discussing the hip-hop industry and the people associated with it, because many of them start out young and are primarily just that, a fan even commented. Fact. Parents push these young girls out there, and they get big rewards for it. When those same kids grow up and speak their truth, the whole world only sees or hears one side. But there actually is always 3 sides. Yours, mine, and then the truth backed up with facts. Sad, but many men fall into these trapping games and have no shame. This is why our laws are, or were supposed to be set in place to protect them. In addition, Wendy Williams was sure that Jay-Z and Foxy Brown's connection was suspicious despite what occurred with Aaliyah. While announcing the publication of Foxy's memoir, Wendy felt the celebrities' couple's strange chemistry. You Might Not Care, Foxy Brown's memoir, which will be released in December, calls attention to some of the most contentious periods in her life and career in hip-hop, among other things. Wendy Williams added, "Kim, please don't be weak with this writing. Please. If you're going to tell it good." Foxy is very open about her life, but I remember when Foxy and Jay-Z had I'll Be. Foxy was the star of that. Wendy continued, "Jay-Z and Foxy Brown were allegedly a romantic thing. All right, I'll say alleged. But we know. Yeah, she hit it before Beyoncé. Allegedly." The entertainment business respects the talk show queen for her insights and reliability of her sources. Ronnie seems to be on a tell-all binge or something because he's spilling some juicy details about the most significant occasions in pop culture history. According to Ronnie, if it weren't for the media manipulation, the conflict between the East and West Coasts wouldn't have reached the level that it has.
They egos on the line, and you making Big feel like a bitch if he don't do something or say something. You making Pac feel like he a bitch if he don't do something or say something like.
Ronnie also mentioned that the key reason for his belief in Kelly was that he had experienced a similar situation himself. He asserted that the system is so rigged that it is impossible to know the truth unless you hear it directly from the source. Therefore, it is crucial for people to keep together and assist one another during difficult times. Yeah, I had his back in there, and I got his back. Now it's just with me going through the corruption I went through and seeing him go through the same, Ronnie said. No matter how strongly Ronnie defends Kelly, the general consensus among the public is that there is some truth to these accusations. One fan said, "I heard Jay-Z say in the interview that he met Beyoncé at 16, and he said that she was going to be his. Foxy was young, about 15 when she came into the game, and was messing with Jay, and so was Rihanna. I don't care what nobody say, Jay-Z was messing with Maya, Aaliyah, and Rihanna." That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.